Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50. On this one, I wanted to talk about men who are somewhat having a hard time meeting women and how I can help you get over that. When it comes to dating advice, there's many guys on the internet that give you advice. My my perspective is to always be creative and give you something that you may have never thought about before. Okay, here's the thing. If you're struggling in a dating game, you have to, first of all, be honest with yourself. Assess yourself and be totally honest. Here's what I mean by that. Because once you're totally honest with yourself, it makes your lane a little clearer in terms of who you should be going after. Okay? Some dudes I'll give you an example. Some dudes who aren't the greatest looking dudes in the world, a lot of times those guys will mess with girls in the urban areas who don't have much. The type of women that'll be happy if you give them $40, if you know what I mean. Those type of women, because that's their lane. You understand me? You take them to somewhere bourgeois, they're gonna freak out because they know that's not their place. So you got to know your lane. And this is where it gets good for some of the dudes that are struggling. If you want to know who you are, ask females how they see you, how they view you. And if that don't give you more clarity, I don't know what will. And what I mean by that is this, as I unfold the package. We're all different human beings. If you're a man, you might be one of those, you might be one of them classy brothers, sophisticated. And sophisticated ain't all about money. It's just who you are. I'll give you an example. Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show. She's a very classy woman, very sophisticated, very polished. But it's not just about money. That's just who she is. So you have to ask yourself, am I a sophisticated brother? And if you can honestly answer yourself yes, the next question is honestly ask yourself, what type of women have I been talking to or going after? Do they fit that mold? And if they don't, that might be part of the reason why you're struggling. Because here's the thing. Like tends to attract like. And if you fall into the category of that classic brother, like I'll give you an example for those that saw Set It Off. The character played by Blair Underwood, very classy brother. But you remember he liked Jada Pinkett. She was from a different world, a different, no pun intended, but you know what I mean. Their worlds were different, and she just felt like she couldn't live up to his world. What you have to understand is if you're that type of brother, you need a woman that's on your level. Because sometimes we reach lower and we don't even know it. And that when you reach lower, that woman is looking at you like, she might like you, but she's like, he's too good for me. So they either back off or they eventually back off. Now, when you go into a classier circle or you go for a classier woman, that type of woman, if you're that type of dude that's sophisticated, she might be more likelier to deal with you long term, because when she sees you, it's like a reflection of herself. She's like, that's my type of brother, and vice versa. And you got to understand that. because when you go lower, a lot of times that makes a person feel uncomfortable because they look at you as, why would you want to talk to me? And here's the thing, a lot of times that same dude, you might be intimidated to holler at that type of woman. But guess what? That's the very woman that you should be hollering at. If you are, and only you would know this, but if you're a very good looking guy, ask yourself this: are the women that I'm hollering at, are they very good looking, or are they all right at best? Because there you go. That's another issue. Because if you're an extremely good looking dude and the girls you hollering at are average, well, and you having trouble, there's your problem. Most of them are looking at you like, why would you want to be with me? You might want to step it up and talk to you, a very good looking dude, talk to women that are very good looking, and vice versa. I'm just giving you the game from a different perspective. There's a lot of men out there that's underestimating themselves. And you know who, this ain't for everybody, but this blog is talking to someone. Stop aiming for the low hanging fruit and reach for the clouds, because sky's the limit. But you just gotta understand that you got no limits. Because I'm telling you, that's messing a lot of brothers up. They're aiming too low in the dating game. And if you want to get in where you fit in, you might have to step up to the plate. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, and as always, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.